first, to catch us up on what we missed over spring break, we bring in our baseball reporter, Blake Neiman. And Blake, what has been clicking for ASU baseball lately? They went through that tough stretch, losing 7 of 8, but what's been going well for them?
Well, it's just been a matter of the pitching staff getting out of their weird funk over that losing stretch. They got away from their usual habits and started to try and blow past hitters and focused on their velocity more so than their pitch selection that they wanted to use against their batters. And ultimately, they took advantage of that, the opposing teams did. And pitching coach Sam Peraza said them just focusing on what's on the radar gun really took away from their success. And since they've started to focus more on their pitch selection, they have been right back on track from where they used to be at the start of the season. Starting rotation really in rhythm, like Ross Dunn, starting to work up to his full potential. And so just overall locking back into the strike zone and focusing less on velocity has been the key to their success.
And Blake, you just elaborate on the pitching staff and the corrections that they've made. How about the hitters at the plate? What kind of changes have they made to lead to more success?
Yeah, it's kind of funny, Riley. It's almost been the same sort of dynamic with the hitters, is that they've been trying to focus on hitting too much stuff outside of their control and outside of the zone. But now that they've trimmed their aggressiveness, what's inside the strike zone, they have been like no one else successfully at the plate. 39 runs on a combined 50 hits over this winning stretch. It has been incredible, their success. Ryan Campos leading the team with a .714 batting average over this stretch. You combine that with Luke Hill, who's leading the Pac-12 in hits currently as a freshman. Can't believe that. And then you also add that to the transfers like Luke Keeschel, Wyatt Crenshaw. Just top to bottom, this lineup is loaded, and it's electric to watch.
Absolutely, it is electric to watch. And something else interesting to watch, Willie Bloomquist sounded off on the new pitch clock last weekend, which has been a super hot topic for baseball teams and fans alike. Here's some thoughts from the Sun Devil skipper.
But whoever made the rules of this pitch clock stuff are destroying the game of baseball. And I'm not afraid to stand up and say it. I've been around the game for a long time, and I don't tout that, guys. You guys know me long enough. But enough's enough. Quit screwing with the game. This is an absolute joke. And I'm tired of it. They continue to screw with our game and destroy what has been a great game for a long time because they want to speed the game up. It's a joke.
Alrighty, so we know how Willie feels about it, but Blake, I think we got something set up back here. Maybe we want to give it a try at the old pitch clock?
Hey, I'll give it my best shot.
All right, let's head over and do it. So here's how it's going to work. We're going to put 20 seconds on the clock. When that thing runs down to 0, wherever you're at in your question, you're just going to have to stop, and that's going to be a strike. So we'll start off with the first question right here. What kind of impression has Utah made so far early in this season?
Well, similar to ASU, they're kind of sitting around 500, just under at 7 and 9, and it's been all dependent on the pitching staff. And if they come out like they can do and throw 10-plus strikeouts in a game, then they're going to be doing pretty well off being 1-2 run close game situations where they can maybe pull out a win. But if they do what they do and get outside of their own abilities, then they're going to be in some trouble.
All right, Blake, I'm going to have to stop you right there. That's strike number 1 right there. But also, who are some X factors from this Utah team that we're going to have to keep an eye on throughout this weekend series there in Salt Lake?
Yeah, certainly the best pitcher in the pitching staff so far for Utah has been Micah Ashman with a 1.5 ERA. That leads the team in 4 saves in his 4 appearances. He has been really solid, and it'll be a nice fastball against ASU's batting lineup to try and cool them down. And then as far as the hitting lineup goes, Cameron Gurney has been lethal as well, leading the team with a .306 batting average.
Well, we'd love to hear more on that, but clock's at 0 again. That's strike number 2. And just lastly here, how does ASU match up with this team?
Well, ASU, as I mentioned, has 39 hits over these past 4 games, and you compare that to Utah, rather, who only has 8 hits, 8 runs over this past few games. It's pretty much just a matter of the offense, and with the offensive dynamic that ASU has going right now, I don't think Utah is going to be able to stop it.
All right, you just barely got that last one in. Good job as always. Thank you for coming in, Blake. Thank you for your time.